G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping into Go Battle League, and as you can see I'm currently ace ranked and going to give it another run through, see how we go. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below um, and keep me motivated to make more videos if you like what you see. Always good to hear about it. So with that being said, we're going to jump in and get things started. I've also got a playlist of my other battles this season, so I'll link to that and you can check those out if you want to. With that, let's get it started. So we've got the Summer Cup or Ultra League, and I'm going to jump into the Summer Cup. So you've got eligible Pokemon types there, but the ones I'm going to run is actually the same team. So Diggersby with Mud Shot, Fire Punch, and Earthquake, Trevenant with Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, and Shadow Ball, and Galvantula with Volt Switch, Lunge, and Discharge. So bit of a mixed bag in terms of teams, so they're all fairly well ranked. Galvantula's probably the biggest question mark there. If I had a Pachirisu, I would probably give that a go, but I don't, so I'm going to stick with the Galvantula. And we're going to jump in and see how we go. So on the lead with Diggersby, you obviously don't really want to see grass types, you don't really want to see water or ice types. And you don't want to see Swampert. So Swampert's not great. So here what I'm going to have to do is probably try and bait a shield and then see if I can get an Earthquake through. I'm going to shield this up. Well, I'm not going to shield this up, sorry. And because the reason is you can tank a Hydro Cannon. So I'm going to be able to survive the first one. I'm going to throw a Fire Punch, try and grab a shield, and then try and get to the Earthquake and see what they want to do. So able to grab a shield on the first one, which is absolutely spectacular. They do not give me any time to think about it. So here, I'm just going to let this go, fully sack this thing, and thankfully I was able to grab a shield. If I didn't grab a shield there, I'd be in a lot of trouble. So they come in with the Escavalier. So this is fine for me. I'm going to just throw straight into the Shadow Ball here, and we'll see if they want to shield this up. They're already down a shield, so I don't suspect that they will, and they don't. Down goes the Escav, and they've got their own Trevenant. So this is good for me. We'll see what they want to do. I'm going to need to shield this up, even though it is going to be a Seed Bomb. It's just going to do a little bit too much damage for me. So Seed Bomb comes through, and then I'm going to swap into my Galvantula here, and we'll see what they want to do. So I'm fully expecting that well, we'll see if they want to shield this up or let it go. I imagine they'll shield up and then they'll throw their own charge move. If they throw, yeah, so they shielded that up. That's absolutely fine. If they throw a Shadow Ball, it's going to take me out, because what I'm going to do here is, well, not shield this up, and then I'll have energy for yeah, it's Shadow Ball. It's going to take me out, and then I'll be able to come in with my own Trevenant and look to farm them down. But they swapped into Swampert, so I'm just going to instantly throw the Seed Bomb here. Do expect to get the shield. Didn't get a shield. Okay, that's fine. Just going to go straight into the next one for the Trevenant that comes back out, and it's going to be down. And of course they didn't use a shield because they don't have one. So instantly wanted to throw that move, and yeah, happy days. Able to take that one out pretty comfortably. So the idea there was going to be to farm that up and have multiple charge moves for, well, throwing straight onto the Swampert and onto the Trevenant. So I was able to take that one fairly comfortably in the end. It was pretty tight, but able to take that one. So on the lead, they've got a, yeah, they've got a Vigoroth. So I'm going to actually come in with my Galvantula here, and let's hope. So they're actually throwing a charge move, which makes me wonder what they have in the back. Do they not have anything else? Because Vigoroth is not a good matchup against Galvantula. But they swap out now to a Stunfisk. So really not ideal. And I would really like my Diggersby to be matched up against this thing. So let's see how many debuffs I can do. I'm not going to shield this up at this point. There really is, this is, yeah, good game. Had I not shielded up on the on theirs. It might have been a bit better. So I'm not going to do as much damage as I could. And the reason for that is because I want more energy to, so under farm charging there, because I want more energy for my Diggersby to come through and be able to farm up a lot of energy. So Mud Bomb comes through. Unfortunately, it looks like they're doing the same thing. And I'm actually just going to swap out. So I know our switch timers aren't in sync. And what I'm going to do here is just look to farm up a lot of energy and we'll see what comes out. So out comes obviously the Vigoroth, and I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake, and we'll see if they want to shield that up, and they don't, so that's massive. So now I'm in a much nicer position. Obviously, they're going to be able to come through with the Body Slam. Body Slams aren't going to do much. It's a fast move damage from Vigoroth that's the problem. So as you can see, it doesn't do much damage, and then I'm going to be able to throw my Fire Punch here. Unfortunately, it was a CMP tie, but that's fine. Would have wanted to throw it anyway. Like I said, it's the fast move damage that causes havoc. So out comes a bomber snow here, and so what I'm going to want to do is get to a fire punch. So I'm not able to get there, which is real unfortunate. Weather ball comes through, and it's going to be enough to take me out. So my question here is, they've got two shields, I've got one. They've Yeah, this is not looking ideal. The only way that I win this match is if they decide to no shield this, and that's not really going to be an option, is it? So I'm going to come in. We'll see what they want to do, but they're going to be able to farm up enough energy to, yeah, cause me problems. Um, yeah, so this is GG's right here. So going to look to swap in the Stunfisk, and they managed to catch, even though I had over farmed, they managed to catch this. So that just makes it even worse. At this rate, I'm really not sure why I'm sticking around. This is good game. There's nothing I can do here. So with that being said, let's just hope that I eventually decide to let the game go, or we'll watch it to the tedious end. It looks like. So for now, I'm just going to see what they want to do. So going to go straight for the Shadow Ball again. If they decide to no shield, I'm in with a chance. If they decide to shield this up, I'm absolutely yeah. So at least I finally decided to leave. They just decided to shield and no shield it. Absolutely spectacular times, and grabbing that shield, making that sack swap really worked out well for them. So unfortunately, not able to take that game. So Empoleon on the lead, and this is sort of a weird one. The Fire Punch will do a little bit of damage, but I'm just going to swap straight out and see what they've got. So they have got a Galvantula. Um, so this works out all right for me. I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. If they decide to no shield, it's just going to do huge amounts of damage. Unfortunately, it looked like a bit of a glitch there, but it did use a shield, so they're not getting a free shield. They did shield that up, that's fine. And for me, I'm actually going to shield up the lunge because I do believe I can get to another one before they're able to farm me down. Question here is, can I get to a move before they do? And the answer is no. So I am actually going to shield this up, and then the lunge will come through. So unfortunately, I'm throwing straight into the Shadow Ball, and I would have liked to, because we CMP tied, I would have liked to throw the Seed Bomb, but they decide to shield up. And so can I get to a Seed Bomb? So they've thrown 3, but I can get to this Seed Bomb before they can get to a charge move. Happy days. So Seed Bomb coming through. It is going to be enough to take this thing out. And there is the Noctowl. So I'm a bit unsure as to why that they decided to throw in a Noctowl. Why they decided to throw in a Galvantula over I guess a Noctowl has a better matchup against Diggersby at the start, and then I'm going to make an aggressive swap into Diggersby. I know it can survive a Hydro Cannon. Shields are down, it's locked in, so I can throw an Earthquake and I can take it out with the Earthquake. The difficulty here is going to be that they're going to be able to farm up some energy on this knocked out, which is unfortunate because I obviously do not want them to do that. But they decide to throw and stop me getting to a fire punch, which I'm absolutely fine with. It means I've got less energy to throw on my Galvantula. So I'm going to come in with the Galvantula, going to look to throw the discharge here. So I should survive one. Oh, it's a Shadow Ball. Okay, that's going to do a lot of damage. Shadow Ball comes through and it does do a lot of damage. So you're going to be able to throw the discharge here, and that's going to take it really low. It's not going to be enough to KO from this range, but one more Volt Switch and that should be a job done. So able to get there in the end. So I mean, I'm not sure why they didn't bring that out. I guess the Galvantula has a really bad matchup against the Diggersby, so they want to avoid that matchup. So, and Galvantula does have a reasonable matchup against the Trevenant, so it makes sense. But um, yeah, it was they a hard one to know what the best option is. But we'll jump into this next one. So Diggersby on the lead into Pelipper. I really want this Pelipper matched up against my Galvantula, but I'm not sure how to do it. So we're going to let them throw a charge move here. So charge move's coming through, and it's going to be the Weather Ball. Weather Ball is going to, unfortunately, a lot of damage, and I'm going to swap into my Trevenant, which is a questionable swap, but I do want to try and line this up. And so they come in with the Licky Tongue. So obviously my moves are going to do absolutely nothing against it because of the normal typing. So my ghost moves are going to do nothing against it. So the only thing I can really do is throw seed bombs. The only counter to that is their normal type moves, which is going to be their body slam. It does nothing to me. So unfortunately, their fast moves are super effective, but it doesn't get stabbed. So yeah. It's yeah, normal versus ghost is a bit of a weird one. Unfortunately, when they're running the decent fast moves, yeah, it makes it a little bit more tricky. So this well, this may not even take me out here. And so it doesn't actually take me out, and I can get to another seed bomb. So that's absolutely spectacular. And we'll see if we can make the most of it. So it's not quite enough to take it out, and they don't use a shield. So I'm actually just going to come in and I'm going to throw my fire punch straight away just because um, they could have a grass type move. I expect them to come in with Pelipper, so I'm just going to come in with my Galvantula straight away, and it is a they do come in and they instantly swap out. So my win con here, my Diggersby has yeah no play. So let's throw the lunges and let's start debuffing this thing. So I'm going to shield up the first one because obviously the first one's going to do more damage. I do expect it to be a body slam, which it is. So body slam comes through. I'm going to instantly go the next lunge. There's no point baiting here. If they let this go, I'll be able to farm them down. So this will be interesting. If they shield it up, then they're in all sorts of trouble against well, when they bring their Pelipper in. But they decide to no shield it, and I get an extra Volt Switch through between my charge move and theirs, so that's absolutely spectacular. And can I charge this down? I can. Happy days. So I'm just going to go straight for the discharge here. If they decide to no shield it, then obviously that's good game, but they shield it up. Okay, that's fine. So here I'm actually going to shield myself. And the reason for that is you're about to see how much damage those Volt Switches do. So Volt Switches just do so much damage. So look at that damage. So Diggersby comes through and it should be able to survive a Weather Ball here. And then it will be in range of the Fire Punch. hopefully. So we'll throw the fire punch through. So the thing with Pelipper is it's just so glassy. So even though this fire punch is resisted and not hasn't got stab, it should be doing enough damage. It is to take out the Pelipper. So good game right there, able to take the win. So I really wanted that switch to be, yeah. I really wanted my Galvantula matched up against that Pelipper. It was a little bit, but not overly. And my Diggersby just had absolutely no play against any of their Pokemon, to be completely honest. So we'll jump into this next one. And I've got a Galvantula on the lead, so that's working out all right for me. Galvantula is a bit more of an annoying one, though, because the lunge still does do quite a lot of damage, but they swap into a Pelipper here, and I'm just going to look to farm it down. So the problem here is you either shield it up, shield one up and completely farm down, and they will get to 2 weather balls if you're not quick enough at the swap, and I don't think I was, so we'll see if I was. And the answer is no. So I'm going to have to let that go. It's going to have, another weather ball coming through, and it's going to take me really, really low. Lower than I'd like to be, but that's fine. And I do expect the Galvantula to come through for them, which it does, and that's fine. I'll just throw straight into the lunge, and it's going to do a lot of damage if they decide not to shield it up, but they do shield it up, so that's absolutely fine. And then I'm just going to go into the next lunge, and we'll see if they want to use a second shield, but it's going to cause a lot of damage. So there we go. So it does quite a bit of damage there. Unfortunately, they do now have a lot of energy, so I'm going to come in with my uh, Diggersby there, and they swap out into the Azumarill. So this is not ideal, to be completely honest, because Azumarill will have Ice Beam. So they'll be running Ice Beam and probably Hydro Pump. Ice Beam is going to do quite a lot of damage, and as you can see, my Seed Bomb, well, it does do a bit of damage, but Azumarill can tank moves a lot better than Trevenant can. So I'm going to shield this up. It is the Ice Beam, so unfortunately they're not running double nukes, but well, kind of double nukes. So I'm going to throw them into this next one and see what we get. I do expect them to shield this one up, which they do, and that is absolutely fine. They're coming through with their own Ice Beam. Again, it doesn't get stabbed, so it might be okay. Trevenant isn't a beast though, so as you can see, yeah, so that's really not ideal, but I am able to get to another charge move here and get the Seed Bomb off. So Seed Bomb coming through, and it's going to be enough to take it out, and then I'm going to instantly swap into my Diggersby here, and I've got a lot of energy, so going to instantly throw the Fire Punch, and that's going to be enough to take out the Galvantula. It did have a lot of energy, but yeah, I just wanted to swap out straight away because I don't want them to farm up any extra energy on the Trevenant, and it means that it puts them off. They won't be instantly hitting that, spamming the charge move there. So as you can see, got out in between and managed to get the win on the board. So able to go 4-1, which is really good. And a Pancham as the reward, so it can't hurt. Unfortunately, missed that excellent throw, so there's 1000 XP missed. I am trying to get to level 50, and I'll link to that if you want to check out some of my level 50 videos. It's now just grinding some XP. So with that, on 24.55, and let's see what difference that makes. So it's going to get me close. It may, will it get me over the line? 24.97. So close, and that puts so much pressure on my next set, which will be interesting to see whether I can get over the line or not. So that being said, that's it for today. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already and you liked what you saw. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one where I try and go into veteran ranked. So that'll be interesting, but bye for now.